Sorry, I'm in a singing mood right now. Hello. Welcome back. VOD watchers, there's like no music for you guys. I know it's like a recurring thing that I always say, but it's the song right now is The Lamb by the Winery Dogs. I'm the lamb. Totally sounds like that. Anyways, what's going on? We're actually really close to making the integrated ore factory. I remember to craft this overnight, and it's pretty close to completing. There's a big issue that I've been noticing though. These wetware life support circuit boards. These guys are crafted in the circuit assembler. We have the recipe right over here. For some reason, it always breaks, and I think what happens whenever we have two recipes here, right? This one, the wetware life support circuit board, and the BIOS circuit board. For some reason, if the AE2 system tries to craft both of these, even though I have it on blocking mode, since this one uses this one, it just puts it back in here and it breaks everything because of blocking mode. And I don't understand why, but one way to work around this is to just use AE2 instead of Ender IO, I think. So I'm going to try to do that. Hey, Demonic. No, I won't get Stargate today. My brother actually showed up on the stream last episode, and he was like, he one-upped you in saying that you won't get Stargate in 5 minutes. I took that as a challenge. No, so I do want to upgrade this to use AE2 instead of Ender IO, because it always clogs. Yeah, okay. We'll try that. It's actually a little more simpler because you don't have to separate the inputs. You can just put them all in the first slot. Unlike these guys over here, the ass lines, you don't have to do this. So I think I can just use like a advanced stocking bus. Actually, no, I can just plug it in directly, right? Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to just plug it in directly. Let's cancel this. Anyways, aside from that, we're actually really close to crafting the ore factory. And I realized that I misspelled the title. I said integrated ore processor. No. Integrated ore factory. I've been saying it wrong for the past 2 episodes. Let me open my drink. You might hear it, actually. How you doing, Demonic, by the way? Okay. I don't think anything else needs this guy. So I'm pretty sure what I can do is connect it to an output bus up there. Yeah, this guy. And then give this, well, nothing else really. I can just put the items here directly. That should be enough. Now, they also need fluids. So you're going to want a relay. Yeah, this guy. And then I can use this dual interface. I'm actually just going to rip it up. Yes, thank you. Oh, you know what? Okay, as long as nothing uses this. Bye. Yeah, just redo this. Why does the block look different than the others? Is it a lighting bug? Yeah, it looks like a lighting bug. Okay, so I will break the output bus and put a ME output bus on here. And I also realized that I kind of just went right into the episode. The plan for today is to hopefully get the integrated ore factory going. And then also another goal is to upgrade our laser system, because we've had issues with some machines running out of power. And even though we have enough power, it's just that how I have it set up with the Tesla coil, it's not quite reliable. For example, this guy here, it likes to shut off because we're only giving this thing 1 amp. And for some reason, some of the recipes consume just a little bit more than 1 amp, and it freaks out or something like that. It's real weird. But that's the other plan, is to upgrade our laser network, and I've been wanting to craft these guys. But I'm also going to have to deal with Nequadria because we're still seeing some issues. Mostly with it not wanting to craft every... Like it just doesn't want to craft. Even though we can craft them, it just doesn't do it. And I don't know why. So I may have to update the level maintainer for that. Anyways, this guy is going to be right here. And we will put that right there. Let me double check that you can actually see this. Yes. And the relay will go right there. And you need a wrench. So that'll give the fluid inputs, and I should be able to just put this like this. And that should be just fine. You're also going to need some applied energistics cables. 10 should be enough. But I might as well make more. I think that's it. All right. How many channels do you have? Because this is on the old way of us doing channels. Oh, you know what? Let me... There we go. Update the sound. I just have to click on that for some reason and it updates the sound. How many channels do you have? 15. Banana. You still have plenty of channels. Any new AE2 connection will use wireless connectors, but the old stuff I'm not gonna touch them. Because there's no need to, right? I'm gonna rename this to Circuit Ass Line General. Like that. Okay. So if I try to craft, I'm just gonna put blocking mode just in case. If I try to craft the bio, these guys, these are the ones that are always breaking. I did not realize they were that expensive. Why do you need 1,152 of them? What the heck? To craft 32, really? Probably because it's going to ask for that many circuits. It asks for a lot of circuits for this to work. That's funny. And you know what? I'm going to trust that it works. Okay. So, okay, let's check here. Oh, we're pretty much almost done, actually. You're just crafting the robot arms, which are in the wrong ass line. Did you just finish, actually? Oh, they just finished. Look at that. And this guy's going to craft it. 15 seconds. Oh, we actually did it. You guys doubted. You thought I wasn't going to get the ore factory. Actually, no one doubted. This is a huge deal, believe it or not, because it's going to mean our raw resource revolution is going to come in. It's going to start now with this guy built. I'm going to cancel the americium recipe. I crafted 3,000 overnight. It's not a lot, but it should be enough to help us out for today. Neutronium, we crafted like 5,000, and same thing. At the end of today's episode, I'm going to craft some more to get to basically help us out. So, integrated ore factory. Where is this guy going to go? That's a good question. I'm thinking of putting it maybe just right here. Like right here, and then have its own... I got to think about a way to store all of this stuff, and I'm considering a subnet. Anything that goes into it will be subnet, right? And then we will just access it from the main storage. And then if I ever produce anything else, like random things, then I can store them here as well, like on drives right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a subnet for this stuff. So let's try building it. It is going to be a... I don't even know how big this thing is. I think it should tell me, right? The width is 11 is what I'm looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get my cubits. Just to border it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. And this thing is, controller is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, okay. So from the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Make sure it's one more back. Okay, that was a quest. Right here. This looks like it is correct. I'm excited for the resource revolution, though. Lots of resources are going to be coming in. Now, and it's going to need some other stuff to support it, but that's also going to be built in this area. Okay. And this is also going to include items that come in from the B stuff. I think it's going to have its own chemical reactor, but otherwise it'll just send directly into here, into whatever subnet that this one controls. Is what I'm thinking. Void stone dust. I'm going to go ahead and do that before I forget. Oh, you can set up different recipes for this. That's nice. That's actually really cool. Shift right click, void stone dust. Macerate ore washer. Don't I just want the ore washer first? Or is the first mode, excuse me, the first mode always macerate? Okay, yeah. So macerate ore washer thermal centrifuge macerate, I think is what I want. Yeah, thermal centrifuge is probably what I want. Let's do that. Haven't even built the thing yet. So what am I going to need? What supporting blocks am I going to need for this? A lot of stainless steel, a lot of advanced iridium plate casing, some of that, and reinforced glass, and that, and steel gearbox casing. It's not upgradable right now. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Controller. Okay, let's just try to craft everything that I'm going to need. So advanced, these guys do need a recipe. This is a blank assembler recipe. I'm excited for this. Been waiting for a good resource stuff for a while. 125. All right. Tungsten steel pipe casing. I'm going to need 30 of you. Reinforced glass. There's plenty of those already. Frame boxes. I don't know. Make like a. I don't need 100. Make 20. Steel gearbox casing. You don't have a recipe for it. Now you do. Circuit 3. Ask machine UA3. Like that. No recipe for steel gear. I've went this far without a steel gear recipe. That's actually kind of impressive. There. 16. Go for it. Sweet. So that should be all of the supporting blocks. Stainless steel machine casing. Let's just make 100. I believe that's everything. It's going to need some fluids also. Every ore costs 30 EU a tick. 2 liters of lubricant and 200 liters of distilled water. Processing time is dependent on mode. Does this give me like overclocks or I don't really know. We'll figure it out. So that's your 30 seconds. I guess we'll see. Still, processing 1,000 ores at once is actually really strong. Okay. Looks like I'm just waiting on these casings. Supporting blocks. I don't know how much power I should be giving it, but I think I'm going to give it, to start off with, 64 amps of ZPM. Just to get it going. Mostly because I already have one. And then export bus. You're going to need a capacity card and just give it acceleration cards. Also, this thing is going to need lubricant and distilled water, so give it this input hatch, sure. I have to figure out how this works, and then I'll just upgrade it from there, but a lot of my time is going to be spent in the next couple of episodes, I think, trying to maximize this guy, because I really need the resources. Because some of my stuff is taking quite a bit to process, because we're kind of waiting around sometimes for things to come in. And this also is going to mean that I'm going to be able to let my void runner, like my void miners, not filter anything. They're just going to be collecting whatever they can. Is the idea, at least. It says it also needs a muffler. And how bad is an auto-taping maintenance hatch? I should have crafted one overnight. I forgot. Well, we can make it. Actually, doesn't look that expensive. Yeah, it's not that bad. I don't think I've played a pack where I see this much stuff being consumed and just saying, oh, it's not that bad. Not even Divine Journey was that bad. That said, a lot of Divine Journey was waiting around for passive resources, and I learned a lot in that pack, but I've also learned that, yeah, if you're going to passive stuff, you should really passive stuff. Okay, all the items are in. Give it this guy, and then go ahead and build the rest of the multi-block. There you go. And then the rest of it is just going to be filled in. Muffler. Don't even know where I can put this thing. Where am I allowed to put anything? Let me look at this guy. It looks like muffler would be up there. The heck is an input bus doing up there, and then an energy hatches? I don't know, but I am going to put the muffler up top. I'm going to assume that I can put everything else on the bottom, though. Muffler hatch does make sense up here. And then we'll just break everything down here to access the bottom. Chances are it's a sided multi-block, so I may have to move some of the hatches around. Might not work. But that is something that we are going to see. Also, because I'm giving this a ZPM energy hatch, 64 amps, I'm going to check. It's going to be powered by my Tesla tower for now. I just need to make sure that it has enough power to do that. So that number 160 is telling me that's the maximum current or maximum amperage that this tower has output while it's been running. 160. With all the capacitor hatches we have, we can do up to 272 amps. So me supplying the ore processor with the ore factory with 64 amps is just fine. And I think most of that happened because of the vacuum freezer. When I was trying to speed it up, I added another energy hatch up here. But I took it off, so we should be okay. Meaning, is this 3, 4, 5, 6? Sir, you're not even centered. You're gonna make me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you're a 6x6. That's weird. I'm sorry, but that's a little weird. Oh well. What if I just put it up here? No? I guess we'll build a little bit more, and then we'll figure it out. So, put the input hatch in the corner right here. You're going to want a output bus for sure. Let's make a couple of you. Maintenance hatch is still crafting. Put that guy there. What else is this going to need? Can process up to 1024 ores at a time. I'm trying to think here. What's the best way to deal with this? Now I'm curious. What happens if I give it an intermediate step? Like, what happens if I give it, like, a dust or something? How does that work? One way to find out, right? Auto typing is not quite done yet because it's stuck somewhere else. It looks like it's having trouble making something. I don't even know what you're stuck on. There's nothing there. What about you? What are you stuck on? Oh yeah, I have terminal access right here. Nothing. Why are you stuck? Just try again. It might have tried crafting somewhere maybe. I have no idea what happened. Now it worked. Should be crafting here. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways. That one should be finished soon. It looks like the energy hatch did not like being up here. I'm going to put it, I guess, right here. Actually, does it like multi-amp hatches? It might not. It might not like multi-amp hatches, so I may have to upgrade it. Like, give it something else. So if I give it a regular energy hatch, does it like that? No? Okay, what happens if I give it up here? How about now? I don't think it likes the energy up here. What if I put the energy hatch on the bottom? No, it doesn't look like it. Output bus. And then a stocking input bus. Fast recipe checks. Change enemy connection behavior. What if I use an auto one? Auto pull. I don't remember. Is this the one that has auto pull or not? No. I want the auto pull one. So we use advanced docking. Yeah. It also looks like the maintenance hatch is completed. Okay. I'll probably just put that right here. If it lets me, of course. That's the wrong block. Are you going to let me? Uh-oh. That guy's being crafted. I can put all that stuff away. It looks like it should be on the... Okay, I'm getting quests by accident. It looks like it should be on the white part. Doesn't like that either. Put it here. I'm willing to bet it likes it right here. I think I just have to like fill in all of these blocks up here and then it'll behave. All right, and then output bus. I'm just gonna fill in everything with buses and hatches. See if it finally builds the multi-block. And then you also need a stocking input bus. This guy here. It might need hints. Hang on. It might be a sided multi-block. Yeah, it might care about where the stuff is in the structure. Okay. Okay, so it says there the energy hatch is any bottom casing. Maintenance hatch is any bottom casing. Otherwise, it looks like it is sided. Okay, so maintenance hatch, it says any bottom casing, so I'm assuming that one. And then if I check the structure here, doesn't really show me. Yeah, it is sided. All right. So get this guy over here. Energy hatch, that's just fine. Input hatch, the fluid would be on the metal part or the top metal. Input bus would be on the left machine on the top. I have no idea where the output bus would go. On the right, output hatch. What do you mean output hatch? Where does the output hatch go? Okay, so it looks like the input bus wants to go on top. Energy hatch should be fine right there, but I am going to move it on the back. And we'll see if that one, if it likes the bigger one. Input hatch is not going to work. Output bus is most likely on the bottom, I think. So I guess I'll put it like right here. And then, yeah, it's starting to build. And then the input hatch, put it up here. Maybe it works on the side here. And it does need an output hatch. No, it doesn't. Doesn't like it. How about there? Okay, it likes it up there. So if I put the input hatch over here, maybe? No, it must be on the top then. Put it like that then. All right, that built. That has built. Maintenance hatch has built. That has not built. So where is the output bus supposed to go? This thing does not tell me where the output bus is supposed to go. Energy hatch, input bus, output hatch. Is it the side? Do you want it to be on the side then? Yes. Okay. I guess I'll put it back here though. Now we'll center it. You don't like it there either. So it has to be on this side? Why? Does it matter? Yeah, you don't like it there. The output bus has to be here for some reason. Alright, that works. It looks like the energy hatch is still having issues, and this is where we determine if it works with a normal one or a oh, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Okay. So you don't work with a multi-amp. It's good to know. Alright, running fine. It looks like everything is plugged in. I'm going to put all of the AE2 stuff on the back of the machine, though. Do you work if I plug you in right here? You are on the top. If it doesn't work, then maybe it wants to be on top of the gearboxes. Okay. Does it matter if it faces up like that? No. Does not matter. It doesn't like it. So it looks like it has to be on the inner part. Okay. Power, we'll just leave it right here, I guess. We try ZPM, and then we'll see if I need to input more power. Actually, let's see if I can make a UV energy hatch. And then I'll get like a transformer and just do that. Try this one. Okay. And then this guy is for sure has to be right there. For whatever reason, input way up there. That's funny. And now you're running fine. Nice. So what I want to see is if I put a dust here. I guess we'll have to wait for the energy hatch first. This guy's almost finished crafting. Okay, bye. I just
drink
did.
up.
This camera, right? Right there. I'm going to show you a picture of, or not picture, I'm going to show you my water, but I'm also drinking the adult beverage I talked about yesterday. I still have a couple. But I have water on the side as well. Hey, Ellie. Alright, just crafting a UV energy hatch. I'm also going to want a coil. Hurry up. I shouldn't be so mean to my machines. Instead, I should pay extra attention to getting them built. Getting them processed a little faster. Just chugged 60 ounces of water in the last hour. That's actually kind of impressive. Good job. This guy needs to step up and then point into there. So this is going up to 4 amps of UV, which should be enough to keep that transformer running. Yeah, and yes, we're still using what do you call it? We're still using Tesla coil for this. Yes. Okay, so this guy is powered now. And I'm going to bring connections over here. Let me double check how much connection I have here. It's the this guy here. We have 17 still, so plenty of channels left. I'm the mission that you used to see. Okay, I'm thinking of something of how to deal with the with the processing for this. It is going to be a subnet, but how I'm going to take the items into here is probably going to be like a buffer drive or something. I have to set it up first to show you what I'm actually thinking, because that's how I think. That's how I am sometimes whenever I think of stuff. I'm like, oh, I got an idea of brewing, but actually, how am I going to figure this out? Like, implement it, right? So this guy is going to be the fluid input. And this guy says it needs distilled water and lubricant. So we'll give it some lubricant and distilled water. And I think that's it, right? It would need other fluids if I was using a different processing, like a chemical bath processor, but I'm not going to do that. And then we're going to connect this to our AE2 system. Give this a facade of a gun, like that. Okay. So now this has distilled water and lubricant. And we'll do round robin. May have to increase the amount of fluid it gets, and may have to use a hyper acceleration card, right? We'll figure that out when we get there. So now this guy, how am I going to send items into the storage? It's going to be in a drive. I'm going to have like a separate drive here, I think. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. It's going to be a drive with a bunch of stuff in it. I don't know if just one of them is enough, but we'll see. I think if I use 10 of these 64Ks. So this one is going to have 10 drives of 64Ks, and this is going to accept all of the items that our miners get. Right? Now, this is going to be a subnet. And I'm going to use the color of light blue. Nah, let's choose brown. Brown as in ore processing. Just to tell me that it's a subnet. All right. So this guy is right here. You're going to pull everything from what this one is doing. And then we want to interface with our main network using, well, a normal interface. And we're going to have the cable sticking out like this. And then a quartz fiber to power it. If I could turn back, just one is fine. Right there. And this is going to be our main net. And then I'm going to give this a storage bus. Like that. And then this is where I give it a OR dictionary filter. Now, what the filter should be, wait. Oh, okay, you do accept that. I was getting concerned. We're going to do insert only, so, and then give it like a real high priority. Sure, 10,000. I don't care. And then, let's see here. OR dictionary filter. I don't know what to give it. I think if I give it like OR star, it might just work. I don't think so though. Let me see here. OR star. So let's say I wanted to do like, I don't know, pyrite ore is the first one I'm thinking of. All right, we're going to have this stuff. And how do I delete that message? 1 second. Gonna pause the chat box for a little bit. I don't like people posting links. That's cringe. Bye. Anyways, so what I was thinking about is this is going to have raw or just ore, anything with ore star, and then crushed as well. This is tricky. So whenever I mine anything, the 3 things we're going to get is like the actual ore. Actually, I think that's all we get, right? Now that I think about it. But if I want to adapt it with our B processing, we have to add a little something. I think we just get purified ore. So this one is going to be ore pyrite, but not just that, just ore star. And then purified ore will also go in. Well, not necessarily. I think for the purified stuff, I'll manually add it there or maybe blacklist it. But for now, we're just going to prioritize this stuff here. I think this is all we're going to get from the void miners. That's all we use right now to get ores. So if I just tell it ore pyrite, we should be fine. Right, yeah. And then we power it with the quartz fiber, and then we connect to our main network like this. Do I have any ores in my storage? Yeah, we have adamantium. Let's try that. Need anchor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some qubit. There. Okay. We connect to our main network right there. Okay. So this should be powered, and then I can give this like a terminal here just so I can check it out. We don't need a crafting terminal, but well, I might as well, right? Like that. Okay. So nothing in here, but if I like puts this ore block in there, it should show up in here, right? Yeah. And then this guy's going to try and pull it. And if I turn it on, it's able to do, I guess, all of it. Where did you get 688 from? Oh, it's you. You went all the way. Okay, okay. I see what you did. This thing's loud. And then if I check here, it has all of the dust. And then this I have to store to our subnets. It's not going to be on the main net. Actually, no, I can probably just put it back in our main net. Right, and then just add the storage over here. Yeah, let's do that. So we're just going to have a big drawer wall of stuff. Not a drawer wall. I don't want to use drawers anymore, but a bunch of drives here to store that much stuff. So let me see here. Actually, I should be able to make this priority 1000. Like that, right? So if I put another ore block in here, like, I don't know, beryllium, for example, and then do that. Yes, it gets processed. Yeah, it's going to be on a subnet, actually, now that I think about it. It's probably the best bet is to just do that. That way, it's a lot easier to manage it on the ME drive here to see everything in here that's not being processed. For example, if I were to, for some reason, get like pyrite in here, right? I don't think it can be processed in this guy here, so it won't actually go in there. Yeah. But then this is where I have to. So it looks like there's going to be another subnet. This is just going to be the buffer subnet. So that it doesn't, because if I get a bunch of dusts here that get stuck, we don't want that. Yeah, okay. Another subnet it is. For whatever reason, right? We don't want that. I can even put pyrite back into system, and it should show up right here. And then get itself processed, and then turn into a bunch of dusts. Okay. And then this stuff is going to be, give it a wireless. I'm going to need a controller subnet for this as well. Got him. And then I'm going to have like a bunch of drives here. Let's just stick with one for now. And then we need to be able to see the items. I think I'm going to have the I want the terminal right here, actually. Yeah. Like this. And then another terminal here. Nah, it's just making regular terminals because we're not going to be doing any crafting with these. One right there, and then this one will be a normal terminal. Okay. And then I'm going to have a controller right here with a quartz fiber. And this one is going to power the subnet. Be like that. And then color this brown. It's not a very appealing brown color in a spray can. That's okay. I want 32 drives here, and then this one will be its separate color. Let's make it like, I don't know, orange. Sure. Don't put that cable there because you are absolutely going to destroy my entire network. It does not like it when the controllers are like in separate spots. There we go. This is going to be where the terminal is so I can access it. One right there. And one right there. Okay. And then give it two wireless connectors. And I'm going to basically put a wireless connector here for this subnet and connect it to the output bus right here. Now, how am I going to put this much stuff in there? I got no idea. Where did you get emeralds from? I'm a little confused. Where are you getting the emeralds from? And a whole bunch of other stuff too. All of that dust is completely okay with me. Oh, it might be beryllium dust, actually. Let me check beryllium. Oh, yeah, there's a chance to get emeralds. That's what it is. Okay, so never mind. That's working fine. Yeah, all of this stuff is accidental byproducts, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. No worries. Wireless connectors, sure thing. Connect you right there, and then one right here. Paint this orange just so I know it is a subnet. Now, before I do that, I do want to make sure that we have space for all of that stuff. So, and then I got to think about what's the best kind of drive or storage cell that I can give this. I want to be able to give it a big amount of items. Block container. How much can that store? Holds only one type of item, but the amount of a 64K drive. That's 500,000. Can place, we don't want that. We want millions. We want to be able to store a huge amount of items. Okay, storage cell. What's a big one we can do? Are there other sizes of block containers? Doesn't look like it. These are all fluid storage. You want to know what's funny? We can actually do this. The quantum one. Do I commit to this? Each one is actually pretty expensive. No, that's just too much resources. What about these 16? These guys. No, these are too expensive because the amount of UV circuits you need. So maybe 4096 is the route I want to take. You also need, no, you need IV circuits. We'll stick with 4096s, I think. We can't craft this, right? No. Let's do it. That is a normal, oh, right there. Normal pattern terminal. There might be better solutions to do this, but not 100%. Like, this is like AE2, kind of like a new form I'm not exactly used to. So I'm going to have to figure this out as we go. Exquisite. For what? Why do you need exquisite yellow garnets? I'm learning absolutely nothing right now, and I'm happy about it. Honestly, same. Oh, it's for you. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I took these recipes off the compressor because we transitioned to the implosion one, electric one. Yeah, this guy. So we can put this in the compressor here, the electric one. Yeah, this guy here, right there. Hey, Phoenix. We got the final. This is the final form of ore muncher, the elite ore muncher. This is the most advanced ore muncher that's ever going to exist in our playthroughs. No more big machines or big rows of machines. Now it's just one dude that does everything. But setting it up is a little bit of a challenge, so we're going to try and do that. Need flawless yellow garnet. Put that right there.
I'm gonna use all my points today for funsies.
Craft 10 big storage cells. This is going to be, I don't even know how much items that's going to store, but it'll be a lot. Okay, got you. Do we still have red rubber bands? Very little. I'm actually running low on colorful rubber bands, but I'll use red. I'm going to use 2 for now because the ball is too large where like using small rubber bands is a challenge when there's a lot of them at once. I'm going to have to advertise donations to get more rubber bands pretty soon, whenever we actually run out of red ones or any of the colorful ones. Don't tip over. This thing's heavy. So I visited my brother, right, a couple weeks ago, and my sister-in-law. Actually, no, whenever I did when I took the rubber band ball over for the professional photo shoot, you know, the one that gives us this cool recording that my brother did. My sister-in-law took out some weights, right? So now we were going to be like trying to figure out how heavy this ball is because we didn't have a scale to do that. It is between 2 and 3 pounds. That's how heavy it is. So do with that information as you will. So I don't know how much of a nightmare this is going to be, but I'm going to try to see if it makes sense for me to do like 1 cell per item. It's probably not going to be like something I want to deal with very long, but we're going to try it for now. And then I can actually access the items here. We're going to have a storage bus and another interface. A single one is just fine. You're going to have to make a new hand-holding ball statue soon, eventually. We'll give this... Actually, we should be able to just do that here, right? Yeah. We want bi-directional because you want to be able to access the items out of this guy. Oh, now I'm curious. So, what happens when I throw dirty stuff in here? I don't have any. What about crushed? I have a bunch of crushed. Like, what happens if I throw asbestos in there? Do you actually are you smart enough to process that, or does it have to be raw ore? Oh wow, it's smart. That's impressive. I love that. So I'm assuming we can also just give this dirty. Well, I don't know about dirty because there's no centrifuge option. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna go to some dimension and pick up dirty. Let's go to Vega. Pick up dirty ore and see if it's able to process it. I don't want to go to the overworld because I feel like I'm gonna. Why are you stopped? Uh-oh. That's not good. We're out of that stuff. Well, good thing I came down here. Right here. Nope, no dirty. You're getting dirty, yes. All right, we have impure. Let's go debug the ROS 128BA miner, the one that gives us our, I forget what the resource is called, but not the drill. This guy over here. Oh, that's why. Sir, you are like the one powering all of our machines. I need you to not like continue running. I mean, it's not super critical, right? At some point, we're gonna be. This is still the old setup of powering with Tiberium rods. Yeah, that's what it was. We just didn't have any Tiberium rods going in there. Okay, let's go back here. Anyway, so is it smart enough to do impure dusts, even though this one doesn't have a centrifuge? Because you see there it says macerate or wash, thermal centrifuge, and macerate again. But this is impure, and the only way to deal with this is a normal centrifuge. Are you smart? It might not be smart. No. Oh. It was black plutonium, right? Shame I can't see that from there. I'm assuming, yeah, I was able to process it. Wow. That's cool. All right. Okay, so if you're steadily crafting, right? Yeah. I need to speed up the circuit crafting here because I want to be able to make a lot of these storage cells. Because each one is going to be storing 10 different resources. And one thing I should do is upgrade. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to break this, honestly. And give this a cable so that's easier for me to access. Like that. Right there. Okay, so now I can take a look here. It does a lot of stuff in here. The bus contains 12 cached. There's already 12 stuff in here. I'm going to need more. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of items here that built up. Now, I don't know what to do about any extra items that are being like that there's just too much item. There's going to be a point where these drives fill up, and I don't know what to do when that happens. And I feel like there's going to be some like cyclic thing that you're going to have to do where it just recycles any, like it empties excess drives or something like that. I don't know. Because what I don't want to do is to void items that, like new items that we're picking up. I don't want to do that. That's part of the learning experience, though. Okay, so there's 4096 drives. We're gonna stick with these for now. Have craft 10 more of them, and then get another drive going. Missing logs. One day I'm gonna have enough logs. One day. I'm going to steal this guy. I want the cell workbench with me. I should probably put you on the, like, right here. Yeah. And give this a facade. There we go. Oops. Thank you. And then the cell workbench. So the items I have to actually, it'll be right here. Cupids would go right there. Cell workbench is probably best placed right here, honestly. So I can see whatever needs to be filtered. And then I'll just do that. So we need beryllium. Like that. All right. I'm probably going to get sick of this very quickly. And then one is pyrite. But I don't know of another way to handle this, honestly. I just don't. Because there's going to be tons of resources coming into here. So, for example, if I were to put these guys here, they should start getting filled up with some stuff. And how come you're not accessing? You're part of the same network, sir. Oh, are you not connected? No, you should be. You should be there. Hold. Yeah, item cache capacity. You should be outputting into there now. Because you are part of the same network, right? Pyrite, beryllium dust. Or maybe it's just trying to put one item at a time. Maybe it starts off the bottom. I don't know how this works, actually. Interesting. We'll try filtering everything. So next one is adamantium dust. And then asbestos. And then emerald dust. Everything has changed. Until then, sulfur. Using this one. And then tricalcium phosphate. Tricalcium phosphate. Iron. Iron dust. That one. Silicon. No, emeralds next. Just straight up emeralds. And then we had what? Silicon dioxide. Like that. So you are all partitioned. Yes, you are. Okay, so now I was able to put stuff in there, but for some reason it's not getting everything, and I don't know why. Oh, look at that. The impure stuff just got rejected out of the system because I guess it just didn't like it. Let me update this. I think there's just stuff stuck in there and it doesn't like it. Hmm. Hang on, I get an anchor. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why you're not going into here. But can you also access the emeralds? Actually can't tell. No, you can't. Because we have emeralds in here, but this system is not able to detect them. Our main system, no. So I think we just have to flip it. Trying to remember how I did this. Because you have right here bidirectional. Oh, maybe because of the OR dictionary filter card. So I might just have to do another setup right here. So let's do storage bus and an interface. So if I do like that and then storage bus facing into it, it should be able to access those emeralds now. Should be is a very, yes, okay. So if I put emeralds into this guy here, 113, my main, yes, okay, now you can see them. Okay. Now, why these guys don't want to leave, I have no idea. Why? Maybe it's because it just has more stuff in there than it should deal with, and it doesn't know what to do. For example, magnesium and impure black plutonium dust. So let me try putting like a storage cell into here or something. Yeah, just try to put everything in there. Now, what do you have? Okay, I'm learning new things about this guy. So I think I'm gonna want a I/O port next to it. Yeah, this guy. Actually, don't I have one standing around here somewhere? I thought I did. That's fine. I/O port. Oh, you know what? I have it. I have it at the B area, I think. So I'm gonna have an I/O port that will help me out occasionally whenever I gotta move stuff back and forth. And an ME chest. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to give this a quartz fiber. Actually, I probably can just do it right here. Well, anchor. It's being a little more complicated than it probably should be, but I'm all for it. All for it. Paint this orange. Like that. Actually, first of all, you need an anchor there. Don't connect to that, sir. Like that. And then you need a facade. Yeah. All right, just to block it there. And then ME chest here. Like that. Nope. Sir, why are you facing like that? Like that. Yes, thank you. Now, if if I put this guy here, why the heck are you in here? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I feel like there's gunshots happening. Oh, you know what it is. It's this storage bus. This should be set to extract only. This one, yeah. We only want to be pulling items out of our network, not the other way around. So let me just take everything out and then just manually put it back in storage. So there's nothing in here, right? Should not be anything in there. No cache stash. Okay, so we're going to have to slowly figure this out, but I feel like what's going to happen is we're going to have, whenever we process new items in here, we're going to have a bunch of stuff being like trapped in here. And then I'm going to be filtering it with a, like whenever I want to do that, I'll manually like put a drive somewhere and then figure it out from there, right? But are those fireworks? I think those are fireworks, actually. You might be hearing a bunch of popping, but that's how it be sometimes. Got no control over that, right? I'm not the kind of person to make noise complaints, but I can still complain in person, right? Okay. So I think this is what I'm going to stick to. Start putting a bunch of ores into here. And then the next step is to actually get to processing. So I may have to like figure out our not the drilling fluid, but our lubricant situation. Well, it's not really. It's actually pretty good, so never mind. I don't think I have to worry about that. This is an old setup. We'll leave it like that. If I need more lubricant, then I'll have to deal with that, right? I think I am going to store the stone dust. Now that I think about it, because we use stone dust to make lubricant, right? Let me check. No, you use the stone dust to make drilling fluid. Yeah. Okay, so I don't really care about that. Never mind. Bye-bye. Okay. So, if I want to set up an ore miner, let's get up like our output bus. We're going to set it up with an output bus. And let's say I go to the one that is in Barnard F. All right, this guy over here. Now, this one is going to give us a bunch of stuff. That exactly what, I am not really sure, honestly. It's going to be like this, but it's going to give us a ton of stuff. So I think what's going to happen is if I feel like I need resources, I'm missing resources somewhere, I'm just going to put a void miner down and then just spam the heck out of it. And then whatever we get out of it, I'm going to be storing it. Like making drives for it and whatnot. So instead of an ender chest, this is actually now going to be connected to an output bus. ME output bus. Right here. Right there. I don't know why they're popping fireworks right now. It's not even 4th of July yet. So break that. Put that guy there. And then now this one is going to be picking up everything now. I won't be giving it. I'm still going to give it the input bus, right, just to finish the thing, but it won't actually be doing anything. Now, another thing I want to like get into the habit of is giving them all the maintenance hatches, like auto tapings. It's going to be very expensive, but this is a good trend to get into. And that's what I'm hoping. Like as I do stuff like this, getting the auto taping maintenance hatches is going to be a lot faster. So we give this an output bus connected to our main network. And then we just run it. And now it just gives us like a ton of resources. So if I were to go back home, all of those ores should end up in here. Yes. And then the one thing to watch out for is if it's able, this guy is able to keep up with all of this. If it can, then that is a good sign. If it can't, that is a not so good sign. Just in case, I'm going to give it a huge buffer right here. And I can just do that by doing all of this. There, enjoy. Can I craft 100 of these? Yes, I can. Go for it. Oh, shush. And then IO port. I crafted one, right? I can just throw one. I guess back here. You guys can hear that, right? It's kind of, I don't know what's going on. Where's a good place to put it? I guess I'll put it back here. No. This is already like too many channels. This is not gonna be. Oops, excuse me. I guess I'll just put it. Yeah, right here works. Yeah, sure. All right, thank you. And these are all empty now, and I'll just put them back. And then this guy, I'll just put. I'm gonna keep it here for now, not plug it into anything. But we see here that we're gonna have now a ton of stuff. Now, is there a way to filter all of this in a drive? Right, like partition this? I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Now, I know that there's a way to partition this like based on included items. So if I get like a 4096 drive, these are still being crafted. If I get a 64K drive, what kind of upgrades can you put in there? Sticky card. Okay, controls if the contents of the configuration pane are cleared. I don't know how that works. No, that's the one. Configures partition based on currently stored items. So I can do that. Just have them all stored in one drive, but then there's going to be like issues with multiple items in one place, and I don't want that. Oh, and that's the other issue. It actively voids items. We don't want that. I'm trying to think of the solution here. I'm going to take a quick break while I think about this for a little bit. And also gives us time to craft these 4096 drives. Yeah, we're maybe 100 is too many. Make 10 at a time, right? Just to filter them as we go. And I don't know how I feel about this though, because this is like well, it's not really a lot of items, right? Yeah, let me figure this out. Take a quick break, and then hopefully those fireworks or whatever slow down in the couple of minutes I'm going to be out. And I'm also going to refill my drinks. So I will be right back. Thank you. I don't know how well that's going to come out in the audio, but oh man, that's funny.
It's because he fell down, he tripped. I was stupid.
Bro, I look up, bro, and all I see is minus. I'm like, God damn it. I think we're just being introduced to them.
Yeah, so right?
Whoa.
Oh my god. this.
I'm gonna put the thermometer on the floor.
Oh, Spike! It went over 5. It went over 5.
Get out, get out, get out.
I can't. Open the door!
I left the book in there. I left the book in there.
It's over 5. It's over 5. Get out.
Dude, you scared me more than the ghost.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm directly pulling this right out of my ass. Is it going? It scared me. At least Ben survived. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's the whole bay is goodbye. Okay. Oh yeah, you absolutely want to be careful because if you don't do it correctly, goodbye to your entire base. Alright. Let's go check what happened to the rest of the base. Okay, I'm back. So I kind of thought about a little something. I think I want to have like a buffer output. And maybe even like a compressed chest to do this. Something with a lot of storage and something that I can easily access the items. So let's make a recipe for this. And I guess it'll make more sense as I build this. This is going to be circuit 1 assembler right there. Actually, how about our infinity chests? This would solve a lot of our issues, actually. We're not quite, well. Let's keep this in mind. This is probably a goal that we're going to want to reach really soon. This is going to solve a lot of our issues. But we'll make the compressed chest for now. Okay, circuit 2. You do have a 2, right? Yes. Okay. Then compressed chests. You still need that stuff. Obsidian chest. That is also circuit 2. Right there. And then double dark steel plate. In the bending machine. 2x plate. All right. Now, yep. And then storage bus. And this IO port will be connected over to this guy. Sir, face the right way. And then give it a bunch of acceleration cards. You're still crafting crystal SOCs. You stuck? Did you break because you ran out of power? No, you're just crafting something else. And I think that's for the auto-taping maintenance hatch. Yeah. It looks like it. We'll let this go for a little bit. Come back when it's done. I'm also going to need a storage bus. One right there. And the compressed chest itself. And this compressed chest, I guess I'll just put it like right here. like that. So all the stuff here goes like this first, and all of the stuff that has actual filters to them gets stored. I guess it's going to be kind of hard to see, right? But everything that has filters will get stored into here just fine. But not for this stuff here. This is where I start configuring. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's say I want to filter redstone, for example. I would just grab redstone and then filter it, and then throw a cell in there, and then put it over there, and then rinse and repeat. Is this a good plan? I have no idea. I'm gonna try this for a little bit. Look at that bedrockium dust. You love it. Love to see it. Okay. Then we're just waiting on this stuff to finish. This stuff is taking. It's actually kind of taking forever. Why are you taking so long? How much are you crafting? I think this thing got a ton of crystal processing units, and I don't even know where it's getting them from. Crystal processing units. Yeah, these guys here. Take those out. I need you to finish everything else, sir. That these aren't being used for anything, I don't think. Doesn't look like it, no. I did try to craft 100. That's probably what happened. So once I finish this, like setting up this drive here full of the items, then I'll start to figure out what to do, what to do next. And we can you can see that it's actually pulling items because this also connects to our main system. So some of them are actually getting pulled over, which is funny. That's fine with me though. That doesn't really concern me. So what are you actually processing? I might want to speed this up. There's now you're crafting the crystal SOC. It's a little slow, but you're actually crafting them. Oh shush. Take a drink. Okay, but next up, we have the ore processor, right? Really, the next thing how to deal with it is just to like slowly filter the items, right? And then we'll go from there. Now, overall goals after this, what do we do next? I do consider us the UEV tier. And maybe the next step is to actually work on the infinity chest. It can be mass produced after spacetime. 4 eternal singularity is enough for now to move on. And that's probably because of the DTPF thing. This one needs 4 of them. We are not anywhere near ready for this at all. What if the idea is to just craft an infinity chest? Am I crazy? This is probably what we do next. Let's get to the infinity chest. This is pretty much gonna like destroy all of this, so I don't have to deal with filtering in the first place. Let's do it. Infinity chest is next. Make a pattern for it. You're gonna need a ton of stuff. A lot of things. So put that here. This is still going to be handcrafted for now, though. So what am I gonna need? Infinity ingots. You need the wrong type of infinity ingots. I do have 64, like a stack of blocks. I should probably turn this into ingot molds. Right here. And we'll throw this in the alloy blast furnace. The alloy furnace, this guy here. I'll make them all into infinity blocks. This is how you do it, right? No? How do I turn this into arc furnace? Arc furnace. over here. I just did this for the quest, but we don't actually need the blocks too much. Pretty sure if I put them here, though, let's give it some oxygen. This should be able to turn everything back into the ingots. Don't go voiding it. That would suck. Thank you. That's the scariest process I've ever seen. It makes me nervous. It's fine. It should. Hopefully it worked. All right. How about infinity? Yeah. Okay. We have enough. Make this do 4 of them. Right there. Kind of wonder how many quests you have undone because you fast forward through that. There's a lot. Basically all of the space race ones. There's a good amount actually. I don't even know what this is. I haven't done that. CPM, there's a couple. UV has a couple. Yeah, there's non-zero amount. Let's say that. Okay, how bad is the infinity chest? We have it doesn't look too bad actually. Let's see this. We need quantum chests and those. No, you need UV. Oh, that's a lot of. I think I want to try for it honestly. I think we're gonna focus our production to get this infinity chest. It's gonna help us a ton. It's as expensive as all heck, but we need to commit to this. We're at a point where like if it's expensive as heck, that means we're clearly doing something wrong. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix everything. Let's do it. So this recipe is going to be right here. Throw this over here. And then we'll see how expensive this is going to be. And then we'll work down from there. That's crafted. Quantums, these guys, these are the expensive ones. This is a blank assembler. Right there. All right. And then infinity chest. Just want one. Oh no. It thought about it so hard. You saw that, right? If I feel like we're gonna have to break up the craft because I don't think it can do everything in one go. Yeah, we still need to deal with Nequatria for sure. Looks like it's missing. I don't even know what it's missing. A whole bunch of stuff here. It's missing titanium as well. Cosmic neutrons. It's missing that. That's just building up over time though. And then we're gonna have to craft a lot of stuff. So it's not quite there yet, but I think we're gonna have to craft this in pieces. Oh, you're gonna have to craft the UEV motors as well. All right, we'll get there. That is a blank assembly, right? Yeah. I'm glad we're doing this though. We need more pattern capacity cards. This is a pretty big test on how strong our infrastructure is, and it looks like it's not strong at all. And we're finally crafting the maintenance hatch. Sweet. 4096s are done. Yeah. Let's get another batch of 10 going. And then I'll start filtering this. I'm still going to be filtering items as we go. Just to do that, right? So we have 10 items. So there'd be gold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. This is nickel, right? Yeah. Cobalt. This is getting confusing very fast. In whatever that is. And then glowstone. Then redstone. Then tin. Then lead. than gold. So make sure these are all different. All right, I think I already messed up. No? No, I didn't. No, okay. So if I put all this stuff here, that should not have been showing up in there anymore. No. Okay. Then I'll just move everything back in here and then just throw it back in the storage. And if it goes in the drives, then it worked. If it doesn't, then it's gonna pop up back in here. Okay, we have reduced the items now. And we just keep doing that until we get everything going. So I'm looking for pattern capacity cards. Don't forget what you were doing. Upgrade the assembler here to handle more recipes. So this guy can fit 2 more. That's where this recipe will go. And I might as well upgrade these guys as well. We're going to need a lot of recipes. We'll stick with that for now. Okay, so this guy here. I think we'll start off with crafting these chest buffers. We need 20 quantum chests in total. Each one needs one of these chest buffers. So let's try and craft 20 of these guys. This shouldn't be too bad. That's pretty bad, actually. Oh, ouch. Even that is bad. Yeah, even crafting these conveyor modules is pretty bad. Oh, wow. Oh, we can't even do it yet. We need Tangum. We don't have Tangum. We have to get to the mothership. So there's already a pretty big wall that we have to deal with. Oh, wow. We can complete a quest here, Phoenix. By accident. Only because I noticed it. Give me a stack of those. I need another stack, actually. Yes? Yeah, okay, sweet. Sweet. Let's set up something for these guys, I think. Yeah, we have to do something about cosmic neutronium, but I'll set that up right now. I'll think about it in a little bit. Yeah, okay. Resource production is definitely ramping up. Just trying to craft one infinity chest is real bad. There's a term that I've seen around the place that kind of describes this. It's what, the tech deficit? I think we definitely have that. So, what's the best way to get things to craft faster? Just dump more power into them. So we're going to do that. So crafting that one. Maintenance hatch is complete. So whenever I set up a void miner that just gives us resources, I'm going to be setting it up to a auto taping so that we never have to worry about maintenance issues. Where did I have it? Barnard F. Excuse me. Okay. And then we can always upgrade this guy later as well. But you're going to be auto taping so that we never have to deal with maintenance issues ever. This way, this machine is never actually going to stop running. Never. It's going to keep running until, well, if we run out of xenon, right? How much xenon do I have left? That's probably something I should check. We're generating xenon, so not too concerned. All right, go back. So, excuse me, that was a weird hiccup, and I said so at the same time. So, I guess we're not going to go right after the infinity chest for now. We're going to work on upgrading this. I still wanted to get these laser source hatches. I wanted to start off with 3 of them. And the issue here is Nequadria. We can actually make Nequadria, but for some reason, it just doesn't want to. And I don't know why. Because we need a level maintainer to keep crafting this stuff, but it just doesn't craft it. It might just be the level maintainer itself. So let me check it. Level maintainers can be a little buggy. I think we've seen that before. It's supposed to non-stop craft. That's like that, but it doesn't. Where even is it? Yeah, this stuff here. I don't know, make it to like 1. Now it's crafting. No? Disable it, enable it. It might have broken somewhere. There's no crafting pattern for this item or fluid if there are not enough ingredients to request more craft. I don't know, because you're able to craft the quadrisulfate. Is it even the same item, though? Hang on. Yeah, you're the same item. Go for it. Try crafting now, maybe? Maybe I just had to replace it. Another thing, if I've seen bugs happen where you have to shift right-click it into this machine with the actual item. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Let's try to craft it right here. Oh, you know what? Energy hatch. I wanted to upgrade that distillation tower last episode. I'm going to craft an energy hatch for that. Because this recipe takes a little bit. And what if I just make a mega distillation tower and then just dump a ton of power into it? Think we can do that? That might be an option. There's so much stuff to be doing, actually. But I'm going to wait for that to come in here so I can actually craft this. Yeah, this does take a while. Wow. That's the issue. This is just super slow. And the quadri is our main issue. Maybe it's also time to just fix our plat line. Not plat line, our quadria line. Get a whole ton of that going. Okay, anyways, we do have some of these 4096Ks ready. To get 10 of those, 10 more of these going, and then I'll go ahead and filter this with the drives over here. These items here. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more items to go. Like this. Okay. So 1 right there. And then magnetite. And then that one and that one. And then that one and that one. Then that one and that one. And we just keep doing this over and over again until I'm done. Wait, what was the last one I did? Bastnasite. Uh-oh. Uranium-238. This one is bastnasite dust. Alright, so rare earth. Did I not do rare earth already? I guess not. Okay, fine. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what it is. Pitch blend. And then this one is yellow garnet. And then the last one is an aqua dioxide mixture dust. Try saying that 5 times fast. And then we get everything here. just like that. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple more. And then we're done. So another couple of things I want to make. Cosmic neutronium is starting to become an issue. We can make it, but we're actually making this super slowly. Black plutonium, I don't really know if there's a use for it. So would it not make sense just to... Oh, never mind. Yeah, yes, there is. So don't use it. Never mind. So I think for sure we're going to want more of these neutronium collectors. Absolutely. So let's bring back the pattern for this and make a couple of more. Because right now we have only one. Just one. It is set up to a ZPM World Accelerator, but we can probably cram like a lot of machines into this guy and then get them all going into the super chest. At least do that, right? Because I think this one can share a lot of like 1, 2, 3 more. 3 more sides to this. That should be enough. So we'll make 3 more. I took out the recipe for this. We'll see if this is enough for it. Do you actually have enough items? Because I remember trying to craft them before and it actually wasn't able to. Yeah, sure. Or maybe it was something else. So put that guy right here. And let's try to make 3 more. Of course, you need more Nequatria. That's what we're working on. Speaking of which, do we have the Nequatria sulfate? No, I missed it. It crafts so much at a time, it just doesn't know what to do. Maybe that's what it is. Let's make another batch, but don't put it in this centrifuge. We put it in this centrifuge, I think. No. I forget which centrifuge we put it in. Maybe it's this one? It would not be this one. Maybe this one. No, this is an old leftover. Where do we put this stuff? Oh, you know what? There's another centrifuge in the plat line area. I think it's here. Yeah, no. Where do we put this? Oh, this is an electrolyzer recipe. It goes right here. Okay, let's take that out. Because I want to be able to fix that level maintainer, and I think I need the actual item to do that. If it ends up not working, then I'm just going to, like, I don't know, figure something out about it. Energy hatches are crafting. Maybe it is time for us to make a mega distillation tower. Right. It's probably going to be such a massive project. But really, the distillation, the mega one, is not actually that expensive if you think about it. All it is really is just mega distillation tower. All it is 64 regular distillation towers. And EV circuits are pretty cheap to come by at this point of the playthrough. And the rest of it is just a ton of stainless steel machine casings. A lot of them. It's just as much as you're going to want. Like 3,500, which seems like a lot, but not really. Oh, this is definitely going to beat our world record of tallest structure, which was beaten yesterday. That's being crafted. This is being crafted. Yeah. Oh. Did I never turn this back on? I never turned it back on. Oops. That's probably why we weren't getting a lot of resources. That's funny. This is definitely going to get clogged eventually. And I'm not going to like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with, like, how to deal with that when it gets clogged. I don't actually know. But I'll figure that out when we get there. Absolutely gonna get filled with a bunch of junk though. But each one of these can store, I think it's like 2 million stuff or something like that. I don't actually know. I mean, we're already voiding things, so I'm just going to leave it running for now and then filter it using the super chest. Or the compressed chest, right? Actually, how much ores did this... Excuse me. Sorry for that. How much ores does this generate? That one void miner did all of this. It's actually a lot. Jeez. That's just one void miner. Imagine having more than one. Yeah, it's going to produce a ton of stuff. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, poor guy. It's funny. All right, pause it, pause it. You're too strong. You're too strong. That's funny. That's great. Okay, so we have this now. And if I go back to the level maintainer and put it, I'm going to keep one on me, but if I put it, like turn it off and then shift click into it, I heard that this works. And then I also have to delete the item. Not delete it, but like process it over here. That's why we keep running out of this stuff, is because the level maintainer just doesn't want to craft this quadrisulfate for whatever reason. I don't know why. It refuses to craft it. And I kind of need it to craft it. So once we run out, it's going to try to craft that. And then we'll see what it does. Now that it's out. Is there another one I could use? Yeah, it just doesn't like it for some reason. What if I gave it like 5,000? Because we craft 5,000 at a time. It's already reached. There is no crafting pattern for this item or fluid, or if there are not enough ingredients to request more crafts. A system is currently crafted. It just doesn't want to craft it. All right, I'm going to make another level maintainer and just put it next to it. Fine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have just a single cable doing that. So I just need more cables to do that. Should be fine. It'll figure it out. That level maintainer is cursed. It does not want to do that recipe. I will never understand why. I think I just have to move it out of there. I'm going to just take that off. Yeah, it's nothing in there. Fine. You win. I'm going to move this somewhere else. You were the magic that turned the turns in time. You were the beauty that we had to leave behind. Hurry up. Forming press is stuck on something. Oh, you're making the random. That's right. You're still running LUV. Jeez, a lot of these machines are outdated. What about now, actually? What if I just set it to 0 and then left and then walked away? Do you like that? No, it doesn't like that. Fine. Alright. Fine. You're gonna get put right here. A new one. You might be struggling to get connected, actually. Hang on. I have to use like a anchor here. One, two, three, four, five, six. This should be fine. Yeah. I don't like how I have this set up, but this is an old system. I'll keep it like this though. 5,000. Oops. Now what happens if I put it into another level maintainer? If you're not gonna craft, and look, now it crafts. I don't get it. Why? I'm not gonna complain, but now it works. I just had to move the pattern. It does that sometimes. Maybe that spot is cursed. I've noticed it's always that specific level maintainer that always bugs out for some reason. It's so weird to me. Level maintaining is fun, but I wouldn't do it too often. Let's get a transformer. We're going to be putting a lot of power into this guy. Yeah, this guy right here. Into that distillation tower. Make this guy run just a little bit faster. So we're going to break that and that one. I know, and I think it just broke all the recipes too. Oops, I should have let the recipe finished. That's fine. So output UV. Don't plug that in until I actually plug in this guy. And then go up. Input CPM. This is what this cable is for. All right. And then paint it cyan. Okay, now you're powered to UV. You should be a little faster now. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this craft though, because I definitely voided some of the fluids and it was not going to finish. You're loud. So now it should be making a lot more at once. Enriched nickel oxide mixture dust right there. Yeah. Should be much faster now. But it sounds like to me I probably should maybe invest into the mega distillation tower. Because we need a lot of this nequadria sulfate. I think that's like the only way to get nequadria, right? That I know of. I think so, yeah. I mean, we can make an Eye of Harmony. No, not happening anytime soon. Enriched Naquadon. Heavy Radox. What's Radox? This is a bunch of stuff. Raw Radox. Oh. Barnardo C. Never mind. It's Xenoxine. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I think this is what we want to do. If we really want to speed this up, we should probably start investing in the mega distillation tower. I think I want to do that actually. Let's do it. The power, yeah, how we power this thing is going to be a little tricky because again, we want 3 of these. But we can't quite craft it yet. This is very expensive to upgrade our power network. Let me do some math here. So right now this is seeing 256 amps of UV. I want to make sure that we're not overstretching our power. So this is times 4, so we have 1024 amps of CPM. This one is already 1024 amps of CPM, but we got to make sure that it's actually consuming that much here. So this is 64. And then we have also 64 because that's CPM converted to CPM power. That's also 64 amps of UV. This is never being used, so I'm not concerned about this. I'm not going to add that into our math. So 64, 64, 64, 64 twice. And then 32. is 736 amps of ZPM remaining that we're not really using too often. And then this one is 256 amps. So I can probably increase this, I think, to another one of these guys and give it a little more power. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I think it is time to invest in the distillation tower because it looks like Nequadria is like a main issue we keep having. And if we want to produce this faster, this part, low quality Nequadria sulfate is, this is produced actually kind of quickly. It's this stuff. Let's get a mega distillation tower going. That'd be fun, right? I know we all love our megas. And put that in the up tier ass machine, just for random crafts. I want one. I can craft it. I won't complain about it. Sweet. Now, how big is this thing? I might as well make it as tall as possible. It's going to be huge. Do you really need just 12? Is that how it works? Hang on. Let me look at the quest that describes this. Oops. Mega. This one. Tower of Babylon. What happens if you combine 64? You get a 61 block tall multi-block. All right, I'm just going to trust that it wants that much stainless steel blocks. I'm going to make the tallest one possible. Yeah, it doesn't look like that would be it. So, give me 3,500. Do it. We're going to eat all of our stainless steel doing this that we've built up with our stainless steel queen. We've had so much of it, and I guess it's being consumed now. It always comes back to stainless steel. One of the first like major batch crafts we did was to craft 5,000 of this stuff. I still remember. It was one of the, like episode 20 or 30 or something like that. And then we're going back, and now we're just consuming 28,000 like it's no one's business. It's great. It's great. Great. Making progress. Where am I going to put this guy? I don't know, but I should probably figure that out. This is going to be, how big is this guy? 15 by 15. 15 by 15 square. And set up this then. I think I'm going to put it right over here, honestly. Right here. I'm going to have to expand the, like the wall here, I think. Or should I put it over here? I'm a little unsure about putting it back here because all of this guy is going to be a little funny. What if I just put it here then? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't like this. Maybe I'll use the distillation tower as a way to reset how we build stuff, our multi-blocks, because I've already been breaking the rules a little bit. Oh, before I do that, 4096, you guys are ready? Let's craft 10 more. And then we're just going to keep doing this until we have everything filtered. Oh, yeah. Okay. So copper dust. Filter this. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do that one. And then we just keep going down the list here. Only heaven knows. Okay, And then we would just put those guys here. I think if I do this, actually, we should be able to like transfer data to storage. So yeah. And then like that. Okay. Okay, and if I check here, this is should be a little more empty. Yep, that worked. And then we just turn this on for a little bit longer, and then we'll come back whenever it gets full, which is going to be like pretty much instantly, because yeah, this just gets full whenever I leave it for a little bit. I did see that we were running low on titanium, but this does give us titanium, so I'm not gonna. I won't set up processes to do that. I'm just trust that we get enough over time. A lot of tungsten also, jeez. And we're making 10 more of these guys, right? Yes. Okay, sweet. Blast furnace is not running. I think it's because we're generating power right now. Yes. It's about to shut off, so I'm not going to flip the streamer switch. It's fine. It doesn't need to be flipped. Okay. So where am I going to set up the mega distillation tower? I got to set up a space of 15 by 15. Not too sure about where to do that. I'm going to trust that we only need 4 space here. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, like that. And then we'll just do this. If I need more drives, I'll put them back here or something. But this is what it's going to look like right here for now. And I guess I'll just put the mega distillation tower right here. Right here. So this is going to be 15 by 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the border goes right here. Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then the border. I gotta do something about this mountain range on the side. I keep cutting into it. This guy's going to be quite large. There we go. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty huge multi-block. Kind of wide already, but he's going to be like super tall. Oh, I love that. Take a drink. What are we waiting on? Blast furnace started up again, right? Yeah. It's actually almost done crafting. It shouldn't be just a little bit longer. I'm still wanting to craft these guys, and I think we're still having issues with the Quadria, right? No, we do need more cosmic neutrons, hilariously. So I think I'm going to do this probably overnight. Like over the week, I'll check on this. I'll leave it bookmarked. How's our Quadria? So we can actually generate Quadria in a good amount. We can. It just, the level maintainer was just not working for a while. But all of this stuff is going to get converted to this eventually. Might not even need this mega distillation tower, but I'll stand by it. It'll be fun to set up. I thought this was a card against humanity. I was like, wait, that looks familiar. I got cut off guard. That's funny. I've been watching a lot of, I don't know if you guys know, I've heard about him, but Lazy Matt, man. I've been watching a lot of his videos playing Binding of Isaac. I used to play a good amount of Binding of Isaac, actually, but I just haven't really played it. I like watching videos about it, though. And that's what it reminded me of. Oh, let me pause you. You're starting to void items like crazy, I think. Yep. All right, we're still waiting on this couple of these to craft, and then we're waiting on this guy to finish crafting your circuits. Mm-hmm. All right, making progress. So, I'm gonna bookmark the infinity chest. Just to think about it a little bit, right? This is gonna be hilariously expensive. It's funny because the infinity isn't even the expensive part. It's all of this. Every single quantum chest needs a lot of this stuff. I don't even know if I can craft UV field generators. Oh, I can. Yeah, but just one of them is kind of atrocious already. What happens if I craft 20, right? Because each one needs 1. Let's try crafting 20. What's missing here? Oh, that's what it is. Titanium, we're okay with that. It's going to build up over time. This one is missing. I think we have to do something about one of the biocatalyst stuff. Yes. So you see here it says sterilized biocatalyst medium, you need 1 million. So I think I'm going to have to increase the level maintained to be just a little more because we only have 1 million being crafted. And I'm scared to bring it up to 10 million because it's going to just delete our items. Was it this one? Yeah. I'll set this to 10 million. That's what all the other ones are set to. But I remember the last time we tried to craft so much that this raw growth catalyst medium died. We ran out of it. But because we're approaching the end of the session today, I don't mind, and I'll leave this running, and then I'll check on it like tomorrow, see if it actually is able to keep up with that. What else do we need for this? The 16384s, we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of them, right? Can I do that? Yes. And I think I might as well do that ahead of time just to... Never mind. It stopped me. Maybe that was a sign. Don't do this. I'm still going to do it, though. Go ahead and start. Never mind. It didn't like that. Fine. I've learned my lesson. I'm sorry. So, very expensive guy. You need a lot of diamond lattices. That's pretty cheap, though. How much of these UV circuits? You need 4 of them each. But we still can't do it. Actually, we're going to want tangum for the UEV parts. Tangum is something we find in another dimension. Let me check the space race tab. We need the mothership for this. No boss needed? How sad. Harder, better, faster, stronger, part 2 in UHV and UHV field generator. Sure looks like we're still missing some quests. So let's focus on getting those completed. Oh, it's these two. Okay. So we need a UHV field generator. And we need this and that. Can't craft those right yet. Nope. This is going to take a research station. I want one of those field generators. Let's make one. And then emitters. I don't think I can craft any of these guys yet. No. And I'm pretty sure you need to be researched as well. So let's craft one of you. And then one of the sensors here. And let me drink something. Do 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 do. Steadily making progress. We got this. We'll get there. I was about to say in no time, but that's not true. It's gonna take a while. But trust me, the more I set up the void miner, the more we're gonna see a lot of improvement in how we do things. This guy is going to get absolutely filled, though. Yeah. The longer we leave this off, the more it's going to just clog up with a bunch of stuff. That's funny. I'm still waiting on these guys, though. What's in here so far? Well, a lot of stuff. Niobium is actually, I remember niobium was one of the things we keep running out of, right? Now we have 207,000 of it for whatever reason. We're getting it from another dimension, I'm sure. It's great, great, great. Diamond dust, a lot of red garnet, a bunch of random stuff here. Sweet. I'm excited. I like new things. Actually, you know what? It might just be more beneficial to store items into drawers, now that I think about it. I don't really like the drawer system, but we have a lot of this set up already. That's the thing. Now, if I have tanzanite, how much tanzanite do I have? 1,556. If I check here, a fully upgraded drive, I think I have it for wherever I have the Infinity Catalyst. This one. How much can this store? 8192 stack limit. 92 times 64 is 524,000. So, which tells me this is probably just a better thing to do. Yes, we're going to lose the amount of items that we can store, but there's a lot less configuration. And I think we should be okay with only 524, because after that, I'm just going to use a infinity chest to do all of this. Yeah, this is going to take a long time just to do this. All right, fine. Plans have changed. Let's do this. Let's bring the ore muncher dry drawer wall over here. It's probably gonna change though, now that I think about it. Oh, hello. Actually, another thing I can just do is start from scratch, because there's a lot of items here that we actually skip out on, like this stuff. Sphalerite and purified galena ore. We broke boys yet? Absolutely. So I was making the... So we got the ore processor going, right? So I'm trying to think of solutions of dealing with the amount of items it produces. Right now I have it set to a bunch of 4096K drives, but I'm having to manually configure each one of these. And it gets full pretty fast. I don't know if I want to do that. So what I'm thinking is just bringing the drawer wall over here one last time in the old ore processing setup. This is what I'm thinking. A fully upgraded 2x2 drawer with the tanzanite upgrades. I don't know if there's any better ones though. A fully upgraded one of these can do 524,000 items. It's not amazing, right? But I think that's going to cover us until we get the infinity chest. And I want the infinity chest because it's just easy to deal with, I think. I tried crafting one. I set up a recipe for it. And yeah, our system is struggling so bad to think about it. Just swap to super chests / drives. So that's what I was thinking. I can have big drives, but what I'm worried about is that they're just going to get filled up with a bunch of stuff. Like, how long does it take for an unpartitioned 4096 cell storage drive to fill up? How long does that take? I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. It's just going to fill up over time. Because I wanted to think of like a long-term solution. so that it doesn't do that. If you're overflowing, avoiding is the worst thing. Okay. Yeah, because I'm having to like partition them, go in here, take like 10 items and do 10 at a time, but it's taking me a while. I don't want to do that anymore. All right, you've convinced me. I think. All right, you're getting unpartitioned. You're gonna get filled with a bunch of items, and then I'll just add more as I need them. And this is just going to be a temporary solution until I get the infinity chest going. This is my next 4096 to 32 million, I think. So we'll do the math here. It's 520. I'm just gonna guess 500,000 for 64K, right? And then you multiply by 4 for the 256, and then one more time for the 1024, and then one more time is the 32 million. Yeah, you're right. All right, you've convinced me. I just did LV super chests. And that's, oh, you know what? That's the other thing. I didn't think about that actually. These are actually really cheap. They're just IV. And it's like we have infinite power. Yeah, we have infinite power, so just throw. Okay. You're convincing me here. All right. Let's do it. I'm gonna set up a full drive of super chests behave as try. Okay, so it won't really cause lag if I have like a million of them set up. Let's do 32. A full face of these. Never mind, I don't have quadruple titanium plates. I think I've been making these manually. I really shouldn't do that anymore. I think I'm gonna set up. We don't have a circuit 4 bending machine, so I'm gonna do this recipe here. I'm not really concerned about lag. That wasn't my concern. It was just how to deal with filtering and whatnot. But I think I like your idea of super chests here. That's a good idea. Okay. I'm going to start off with 32 of them. And you don't have double titanium plates. How dare you? Drawers get hella laggy. Yeah, I figured. Right here. $32. Craft it. Let's do it. All right, you know what? No more of these. We're going to do big drives full. I'm scared to break these. So I'm just going to have a big wall of, it's going to be a 4x4 wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 32 of them. This way, it's because you can easily store more items in these drives, right? Because each one 32 million, and each block of space can do 10, so 320 million of items each. But my concern is they're gonna get filled up with a variety of items, right? And it's gonna get to a point where like some of them get missed. I like to have solutions where only one item goes into one space. That's what I like, and these super chests are going to help out with that. All right, you have convinced me. Let's do it. We'll start off with 32. You see this, right? This is a cringe recipe I have to update. I think it's just making one at a time. That's funny. I went with Cobra's bulk network to handle all of that. Don't know what that is. If you have a link for it, that'd help me out. I'll check it out after the stream or something. Oh, we also crafted the mega tower, mega distillation tower. I just have to set it up over here on the manual assembler. This one should be circuit 17. I appreciate it. And we have a mega distillation tower. Hell yeah. I don't think I'm going to build it today, though. No. I think this takes priority. Getting this guy set up. The 32 drives. Oh, that does mean I'm going to need 32 storage buses. So make just 30 of them, sure. No spruce planks, really? Why do you even need spruce planks? That's funny. When am I going to deal with my tree farm? I have no idea. I wonder how long it can take for me to actually deal with it. It's becoming a joke at this point. Storage buses. I don't even know why you need wood. All right. There you go. Okay. It just partitions all storage nets from mainnet. I got it open. I don't know. Oh, it's on the Discord too. Oh. Why'd you open in the browser? I have the app open, sir. I'm not gonna complain about it. That's a lot of words. I'll leave this open. I'll check it out after the stream. Stick with this guy. We're making IV circuits. How long are you gonna take? You're a little slow. You are still running UV power. Should probably upgrade you. Crystal processor. I wonder why you didn't consume those. That's interesting. It was almost required as well since I don't run on a server. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at what it says. I'm interested now. So we're still crafting these expensive parts. The forming press, I think, is stuck. Yeah, you're stuck on that addendum plate. I made all the subnets meet in a single chunk, so all of my handles happen there. You know, I have not bothered with chunks at all in this playthrough, only when I'm trying to chunk load stuff. I hope that everything's chunk loaded. So far it is. But you'll see that a lot of my machines actually cross chunks. I haven't really really watched out for that. Is it going to be a problem later? I don't know. Okay, so I have a question for you. So let's say I set up these super chests, right? Oh, yeah. Proud of you, call me. Was I able to convince you yesterday that that's a good pack? If so, then that's nice. That's not an issue. It's when subnets try to dump to mainnet when subnet storages are another day. Okay. So there's a question I wanted to ask you. So let's say I put this guy here, right? And then I just connect it to storage bus. Is there a need for me to filter this? Or is just going to take whatever and do that? I guess I can filter them after it takes the item, right? Is there a button here that does that? No. I guess it doesn't matter. Just do that then. So I guess I'll wait for this to go. Making bed was tough. That's funny. Sticky cards help a lot. What does that do? Oh, this is new. The heck is a sticky card? Let's learn. Let's learn about this. Sticky card. Hang on. I know there's a quest for like miscellaneous AE2 stuff. Yeah, I remember making the bed. That was like the first day I played GTNH. I saw them make the bed recipe and how like ridiculous it was. But it was funny. Sticky cards force all items to go to that net. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to help me out with that. I don't know what that means. I need that in a first grade vernacular. Is there no quest for these sticky cards? I guess they don't have a description for them. I'm going to do actually, let me get like a big chest or something. Yeah, a copper chest should be fine. Store all of these guys. Any item that can go into that net will buffer until it can load into that net. I'm, I'm having trouble. Sorry. How expensive are they? Should I just do it? If they're super helpful, I'll do it. But I would like to understand how they work, and I'm having trouble understanding right now. Sorry, it's a little late. So, sticky equals only to that net. It's mostly for bulk storage solutions. Does the Cobra guide explain what the sticky card does? Because right now it's this is technically on a subnet. So what I do is we have a high priority here, and I have an OR dictionary filter card here. It sends all the items into this drive here. That's where all this OR stuff gets. And then we process that into this one, and at this point it is now part of the subnet. Another subnet. There's technically two subnets. This one and the brown one are separate, and that's why I colored them like that. The orange one is this one, this controller here, which all it does is store the items there. So at this point, I don't know if I need if I'm understanding what you're saying. It doesn't sound like I need it because all that stuff is just going into here anyway, so it should be fine. I'll read that guide. It sounds really interesting. I'll keep it bookmarked though, just to remember about it. For my bulk net, everything is sticky. That keeps over. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. That explains a lot more of it. Okay. So if it can't go anywhere else. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay. We'll come back to that when I'm figuring this out. I might need more of these super chests, actually, now that I think about it. Because there's already like a lot of items here. And all of my storage nets meet in a single chunk, so they load on the same game tick. It's like, how do people figure this out? Like, it's so cool how people can, like, think so much of the technical, like, Minecraft. It's funny. It's great. I like that. So we have a bunch of these super chests. I'm gonna break all of this actually. Yeah, and then just put them all here. Oh, you're not gonna like that. So how this is going to work? Break that. Yeah, that's fine. So actually, you don't need any more cable anchors. Bye. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like this. And then a bunch of storage buses on them. I won't connect them to anything yet. We'll just do this. And then we need more brown cables. think I'm gonna get rid of this, honestly. I don't think I want this anymore. Nah. Yeah, I'll get rid of this over here. And I guess I'll put these guys here now. Yeah, no, we're playing on a server, so I haven't really had any issues with lag. Is it going to happen? Yeah, probably. The first thing to learn is the level maintainers. Level maintainers have been buggy my entire playthrough, and I think understanding that it might help me out with like what you're saying. Let's move this one block over here. I've still had issues with them. Like just actually before you joined, I was debugging an issue with them. It was really weird because let me show you here. We had this Nequatria sulfate dust trying to craft, right? We craft 5,000 at a time. We had it here. The same thing, the same setup was right here, and it refused to craft. Nothing I could do would ever make it craft. And so we had no Nequatria because of that. I took it out, put it into a new level maintainer, and it just started working. And I don't know. No idea why. But you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. Sometimes things just be like that. It's from what I understood. You can get away with things a single player run would never be able to. Okay. My plat line is level maintained, yeah. I just wanted to learn something new instead of auto crafting. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like what do you call it? Actually, this should be one block over here. Yeah, because at the time I was like learning about level maintaining and like how great it was. And I was like real interested in it. I was real interested in it because someone mentioned that you can do the entire plat line in like 2 chemical reactors. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. And so I level maintain it, and it is true. You can do it in 2 chemical reactors. If you set up universal automation, you can do it in 1. It's funny. Yeah, same. It's like that for us too. Let me get some egg on here. But I probably won't be doing that on the next playthrough, honestly. I think I want to do, like, the next playthrough is going to be very solar power heavy, but I want to get into the practice of passiving more things instead of relying on AE2 to do everything. But we have to beat this playthrough first, so one step at a time. All right, here we go. This is going to be the fun part. All of these storage buses. And then we're going to connect hella cables to them. It's going to be alternating brown and orange, just so I don't have to deal with cables intermingling with each other. No one wants that. Let's make orange cables. Orange right there. I made the mistake of trying to drink. I'm actually drinking a little bit right now. I'm not quite drunk. It's only been 2 beers, but hey, don't tempt me. Like, why is Nanoforce 38 tall? What is it? Oh, okay. I don't know. I haven't quite been there yet. All right, I'm gonna set this to a blank Fluix cable so that it is able to actually connect to all of this stuff here. Actually, let's do this right over here. Do this. What do you mean I passed it? This is gonna break. This should be. I'll move this right here. Actually. Like, oh no! Don't do that. Oops. I just killed our entire system. Oh well. Hopefully nothing broke. That should be orange, and then connect that and that. I think you use it for like the PCB whatever factory, right? Because at some point you start using the nanites, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you use it for that. All I can do in my Dragon State was request. I've blown up my fair share of machines as well. Okay, so I'm gonna start moving the items here. So, what do you suggest here? Should I filter every single storage bus here, or do I just throw a sticky card into every single one of these? And when you say hang, what does that mean? So I should filter each bus. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna find an item you'll never use. So in our case, it is cobblestone. You know what? Aegon. Just do Aegon. So filter each bus with an item. Is that what you're saying? If I somehow get Aegon into this store into this, then something is clearly wrong. Excuse me. And then unlock it as you need it. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Okay. I didn't consider that. Okay. There's too many storage buses. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need more than 32. So once I finish with this, I'm gonna craft 32 more. Let's do that. Because I already had 3 drives filled, and then more, which is already like 30 drives. So I definitely have more than 32 items in here. It is sticky TNT or something. Okay. So, for example, this one is already filtered, right? Will anything else go into here? The other option is to just spam the highest tier drives you can. That's what I was doing, but then there is that issue again. I can craft those now, actually. 16 384s. I can craft these. But they're very expensive. And it takes me a while just to make like 10 of the other ones. And I don't think I want to go this route. These are pretty pricey. I like this though. This is fun. Just have a big wall of super chests. Let's do it. No. 32. High tier super chest so that cheap. Yeah. I'll do the chest option. It seems funny. Please let me craft them. Thank you. And then I need some storage buses to go along with it. Thank you. So now that this has an item in there, do I filter it with that item? Or do I just unlock it? And like, for example, would any other item try to go into here, even though this is like that? Yes, as in I should filter it. Unlock to the item. So I filter it, in other words. Like that. Okay, okay. I think those were the only items that had anything in them. I don't know how coal dust got up here, but how the heck did you get here? Let me double check if there's anything else. Almandine, for whatever reason, is up here as well. Oh, that's so nice. I love that. How are you going in here? That's weird. You're not even set up correctly. This one has grossular dust. You can go like that. And then go up. Spessartine dust, for whatever reason, is right here. And this is because I didn't filter them when I started doing this. Androdite. I don't even know what that is. Pyrope. Ligma. Sorry. And then I think that's everything. All right. Now. We have a bunch of stuff in here. And let's get a IO port. Let's go over here. I'm going to put the IO port down here for now. Then I need my copper chest over here. Where's my copper? I threw it on the ground. I threw it on the ground. I don't need no handouts. If you guys don't know the song, I don't know what to say. My bulk is 256 super chests. That's so funny. I'm down. I'm already picturing it. I'm picturing it. It's just going to be a big ass wall of super chests. Of course, this controller won't be able to support that at all. So I gotta think of a subnet controller that can actually do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but now think about it. It'll probably just be like a big ME controller somewhere, and then wireless connectors everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting. Well, next step is to start going into here, I think. Start filtering some of these items, right? So for example, if I want to put niobium right here. It's niobium, tungsten, neodymium, shadow iron, bedrock, diamond, black plutonium, ruby. Uva, right? This one, like, for example, this one, give this niobium. And this one will be tungsten. This one will be already filtered. This one will be neodymium. This one will be shadow iron. This one will be already filtered. Next row. Bedrockium. This one will be diamond. This one will be black plutonium. And then ruby. All right, before I do any of that, let me just start filtering all of this stuff here. Throw everything away. Put it back in storage. And actually, I should be able to just put everything back into here. They're basically 256 block container cells as far as AE2 is concerned. I have an ME terminal on me. Go right there. All right. I don't exactly know where the neodymium went, but it's like, where is it? That's one of the first ones, right? Where'd it go? Oh, priority system, right? Yeah. All right, minus 1,000, sure. All right, neodymium should have showed up like one of the first ones. That's niobium. Oh, it was niobium, actually. Yeah, okay, sweet. Is there a way for me to push these items back into here? How is my TPS doing? Forge TPS. I think it's pretty good. It says 17.8 seconds. I'm assuming that's pretty good. No, there's no spot for red garnet. IO ports with hyper acceleration cards if you have it. So, trying to think here. I might want to set this instead to an ME chest, right? That's what I'm thinking. And then just give this like a 64K just to store stuff. This way I can just take that drive out and then throw it in here. Right, yeah, let's do that. So let's say I turn this on. Does it work like this? Yes, it does work. Okay. This is better. So now I can just take this out, throw it into the IO port. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Okay. We're making progress. We're starting to understand a little more. So I want acceleration cards. Hyper, right? Hyper acceleration cards. If you have neutronium cells. Yeah. I'll put it over here, actually. It makes more sense for it to be like right there, right next to this, because I'm going to be right here, just moving it back and forth. So all of this stuff is not really included there. We'll wait for that. Well, I think we have a couple of acceleration cards. Any of my subnets that do large dumps are set to IO ports with a 1-minute timer. We'll use regular ones for now. I'm going to try to filter these guys out. So anything that is actually empty. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. How do I get out the? There's just too much stuff in here. So can I search for 0 of? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to just dig through all of this. It's a bunch of items, a bunch of things here. Like this one, we can get rid of, and then a whole bunch of other stuff here. I think what I'm gonna do is just keep filtering like this here until it's finally done. So all of the stuff can't actually go into the drives, right? And I think I'll do like 32 items at a time, or actually 8 items at a time. Let me see how many we are here. So we don't have any. I don't think there's going to be an issue there because we have an interface. Like our main net accesses stuff through an interface, so it's not actually going to push items into the main net. Only if the main net is asking for them. If it looks for stuff, in recipes and whatnot, it won't actually push into the main net. So I don't think I have to worry about that. Could be wrong though. We'll do 8 at a time. So adamantium, alumina, all of this stuff here. And then we'll just keep filtering as we go. So I forgot where I left off in the filters. That's filtered right here. So adamantium. And then alumina. All right, I think I'm starting to get comfortable with the system we have. Oh, that was lag right there. Speaking of lag, asbestos, beryllium, cadmium, cesium, and not this one, calcium right there. And then once I filter a bunch of them, take this cell out, throw it in here for a little bit. Until when work is done, and then we rinse and repeat. So now all this stuff doesn't have any place to go, and we just keep doing that. Sounds like a good plan, right? I hope. And then I'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time. I forgot where I left off. Right here, calcium. So cerium rich whatever. Chalcopyrite. Chrome. Not ruby. No. Like that. And then cinnabar. And then that's filtered with ligma. And then cobalt's right there. And then we have copper. Emerald. And emerald dust. And then, since we filtered a bunch of them, take that out, throw it in here. And there we go. We keep doing that until it's all dealt with. There's a lot of items here that are not actually dealt with. I think what I should be doing also is set this to a lower priority so it doesn't try to go in here first. There's a lot of items here we just have to deal with. So let's do it again. Storage buses, I think they should be finished crafting. And super chests, 32 of them. Yep. Sweet. Now we extend the wall. I love this. I love expanding walls. It's so funny. Get some agon to block that off. You know what? I think I'm gonna get another drink. I'm gonna take a small break. I do have to use the restroom also. When we come back, I'm gonna get another wall of super chests going. This is fun. Thanks for the idea, Precarious. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break, use the restroom, refill my drinks, and we'll get back to it. Be right back. Okay, so we got it built. Pressure poop injector. It's very cramped in here, right? But that's okay. I got you. He wants me to feed the rubber band ball. That's the bag. I just have a whole ton of them lying around. And I've had this for like over a year. And I haven't done anything with it, but it's time. I'm going to bring it as a member of the stream. Easy. I don't know how well you can hear that. Hello, are you possessed?
Oh my god.
I'm hearing
Oh,
singing.
I hear something.
My EMF
I hear
reader.
something. Where?
Oh,
Where?
my heart.
Oh my god! I
saw
saw something. I saw
I
something.
saw something.
I saw something.
I'm going out.
Oh my!
Open the
I'm
door.
fucking running out. Fucking
Open the
no.
door.
I don't know what to do.
I think
I
he had
see
like
it.
a cowboy hat.
I don't see it. I'm fucking running.
Oh god.
I'm running. Where are you guys?
We're outside.
We're outside.
Oh fuck no! I'm by myself in the house. Run!
Guys, I died.
I dropped my EMF reader. That's right there.
Oh, I made it.
Well, it went through all of that and only gave us 13.
What blew up?
What blew up?
I don't know, but everything blew up. That's fine. It wasn't that
Lose a
expensive.
machine?
Okay, we're back. It's a party now. I got some drink. Not that kind of drink. So, I'm considering just spending a little extra time this episode to set up all this ore stuff, because it's actually pretty fun also just seeing this work, and it's something I need to do. So let's do that. And as we approach this, I'm also going to be like figuring out different solutions, right? 3, 4. We just keep building up like that. And it's just funny. I like seeing spam, like wall spam. It's great. This is gonna be an eyesore, right? But each one is 64 million items, and if we need more than this, then we're doing something wrong. We got to think about something else, but this is fine for now. Fill them all up with storage buses, and then we're gonna do the same idea as before. Oops. Okay. Right there. And then filter them all with Aegon. Yeah, like that. This is probably the most tedious part of it, honestly. But that's okay. It's raining again. It's so much nicer in 2.8 once you get to see the items inside, I bet. Okay, we got some more items here. There's 32 more. How much? This thing has 42. We still need another batch. We need another batch of super chests. Wait, there's gonna be a lot. Why are you not stacking? Excuse me. That's funny. All right, we'll set this up first. So all of these are filtered, and then I'm gonna have to connect the cables to them. They're still gonna be alternating, so I don't have to deal with. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't have to deal with cable anchors, right? And then AE2 being all weird with moving the channels around. So I'll just separate them. Different colors. You don't need that many. What are you talking about? You can just overflow to 4096s. But this is fun. You said yourself you have 256 of them. This is hilarious. Why wouldn't I want to do this? I am going to have to think of another solution for this, though. This is not going to work out. Let's make a... I think we need an extra controller here. I'm going to have to think of something. And I think it's just going to be... I'm going to extend a black cable over here, I think. Get a quartz fiber going. I keep consuming all of my quartz fibers. I'll do this for a little bit until I get sick of it. But be warning, but be warned, have a lot of patience. Ligma. And this is only one one drive, or like one void miner doing all of this stuff. But as I add resources, I think they start sharing stuff with each other, so I don't think I have to worry about this too much. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this whole network here is going to extend out this way, and I'm going to have a bunch of controllers here. And then off the controllers are going to be a bunch of wireless connectors. Make 10 for now. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we're going to break this. And then I will connect to each group of 4 using wireless connectors. So break this. All this basically has to go away. Get my wrench out to help out here. And then we just extend out a little bit. Put it right here. And I'll put the quartz fiber right there. Then have controller. What's the max height of a controller? I guess I'll just keep putting it until it stops working. All right, that's the max height. This should be fine, right? This should be just enough, maybe. Yeah, sure. That's probably more than I actually need. So I'll access my items back here. Right there. And then have a bunch of wireless connectors. I need another one, actually. This one. This one painted orange. And then connect it to this one again for like the 5th time. If something seems unnecessary, then it probably is, but it's funny. So this is what I'm going to do. We have this guy feeding into this machine. All right. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Like that. And then cable anchor right here. And then we just do the same thing. Like that. So right now we have 2 of these guys. Yeah. Smart. See that? See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing? Filter this before I start, just so everything gets controlled. All right. Let's clear my storage just a little bit. And then to actually access the items, I have to do this. So it's going to be an interface. Brown cable right there. And then interface like that. And then a storage bus like this. This one's going to be extract only, so nothing goes back into here. Because I was having an issue where some of my items from crafting was going into here for whatever reason, and I kind of don't want that. This is going to make me mad, so I'm not going to do that. And what I mean by make me mad is this. I don't like it when things connect like that. Oh no, I broke it. Oh no. Fix it. There you go. See, nothing happened. Don't worry. So we have one guy there, and then storage bus like this on extract only, and then interface like that. There we go. So that's going to access to our main network. There's hella items in here now. All right. Hopefully I don't need any more ME controllers, but we have plenty of space. So I'm not too worried about that. God Gamer. Heck yeah. And then we just throw this in here just to make sure that's empty. It is empty. So we're going to do 8 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These guys are connected, and we just do that over and over again. So this one is Awakened Draconium. This one is Bastnasite. Carbon. The heck is this? Chrysotile. It's just another magnesium iron mix. There's a ton of those. They're all the same thing, I think. What's the office meme? It's like corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. That's the idea I'm getting from these. Literally the same thing. All right. Next items: gold, graphite, iron, lanthanum, lead, ligma, magnetite, and manganese. Gold, graphite, iron, lanthanum, lead. Riveting gameplay we got going on here. Ligma coal. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. That's pretty funny, right? All right, throw that back in here. Let it filter out all the items. Yeah, just like that. Does it really have 31 items left to work with? Am I just getting more? The heck is happening? Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Molybdenum, monosite dust. Here we go. Naquadah oxide mixture dust. We're saying that 5 times fast. Neutronium. Everyone loves neutronium crafting. Hell yeah. Nickel. Pitch blend. And plutonium 241. I am definitely going to need 32 more. 32 more of them. That's okay, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is very much needed. Over the week, while I leave this running, we're gonna get so much resources. I'm so excited for it. Pyrite, pyrolusite, rare earth. I don't know what makes it so rare. We have like 100,000 of it. Silicon, railgar, red garnet, and then red garnet dust, and redstone. Redstone's a big one. You get so much of that stuff. Sweet, sweet. And then last group of 8 until we have to get another one. Silicon dioxide, tantalite, tantalum, thorium, tin, titanium, tricalcium phosphate, and trinium. Like that. Oops, what are you doing? Wait, did we already fill up before? I guess we did. The first one was silicon dioxide. Alright, at least I finished crafting. I did craft a couple more super chests, right? Yep. Storage bus. See, I'm prepared. I'm going to use this one that's not stacking for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I'll use it. Yeah. Big wall. We love big walls out here. I really like this. This is so funny. Am I a true endgame player now, having a ridiculously large-sized storage wall? Oops. Oops. Breaking everything here. Alright. And then we filter them with Aegon. Like that. And then the most fun part is this really. Oh, you know what? Can't I just copy paste with the memory card? Does it also copy the filter settings? This one has nothing, right? Oh, we're learning. There you go. If you're doing this, use a memory card. Look how fast this is. Oh, yeah. And then we can watch the successfully loaded settings message to make sure that we actually did it correctly. I'm going to do like that and then restart it. So this should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this should be 16. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. All right. Make sure nothing goes in there. We have 15 of 63 types. Okay, nothing went in there. Good. Oh, because it's not connected. Duh. Wireless connectors. We need 2 of them. A bunch of cables next. It's Fluix. A bunch of you guys. And then this should be brown. I was going to put the mega distillation tower like all here, but I guess that's not going to happen. I won't set it up today. I don't think so. You also need an anchor right here. Hey, Nine. How you doing? It's been a while. Gotta apologize for that. I've been streaming more in the mornings lately, and I'm just now returning to the nighttime schedule. I think I prefer the night type shift. Excuse me. That's good. That's good. It's going good here too as well. We built the integrated ore factory today. Yeah, we just set it up. Well, it's actually really strong. It's too strong. And I'm just dealing with the storage right now. The storage solution that I'm gonna go for is like it's yeah. And Precarious convinced me to just do super chess, and honestly, I'm loving this. I'm having so much fun with this. Right now, at this point, I'm not worried about it being super efficient or like the best way. Nah. If I'm having fun with it, we're gonna go with it. So it's kind of a weird setup, right? This is, oops, subnet. And this guy is just actually transferring the stuff using wireless connectors. All of those are powered. None of the items should be going in here. 15 of whatever. That hasn't changed. That's good. No, it's not. It's not. So I would never like blame anybody for my decisions, right? Because they're my decisions. But this is just funny to me, and I'm enjoying it. And it's already like a really big improvement because right now we're using what? Storage drawer walls? Our old setup. This is outdated. I don't want to do that anymore. And I was like already trying to figure out, okay, what do I need for the infinity chest? We're not crafting the infinity chest anytime soon. So this is our solution until we get it. It's this. And I'm all for it. This is really funny to me. So all I'm doing is I set up 32 at a time. I check on this stuff right here. I can actually probably give this a 4096 because we can. And then I'll just put that back in storage. And so this has more space. And then all we do is we bookmark 8 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we filter them slowly. Well, not slowly, right? So tantalite, tantalum. And then rinse and repeat. This is already a way better system than we have previously. Wait, I already forgot. The last one was thorium, tin dust, and then titanium, tricalcium phosphate, trinium, and silicon dioxide. Right there. But how are you doing, Nine? It's been a while since I've checked out really anybody else's playthrough. I had recently decided to start streaming in the weekend morning instead. Just so it can be the first thing I do for the day. But I think this weekend has pretty much convinced me that I'd rather stream in the night again. So I'm going to be doing that. So I haven't really checked out anybody else's playthrough in a bit. So I'm not quite sure what anybody else has been up to. I'm kind of out of the loop. Pretty sure LV Super Chest should carry to... Oh, what does that mean? What do you mean? Super Chets, like the snack? Oh, that's Chex Mix, sorry. Let me turn on the ore muncher. IV. Are you referring to the same tier? Because these guys are pretty expensive, actually. These are LUV. And this gives the same amount of items as this guy, I guess. I don't know. This is a good sign that there's nothing in here. Maybe it's just not so much. Oh, you know what happened? Uh-oh. Do you remember when I moved the wireless connector over here or something and it broke the connection? I think that stopped some of my machines. I'm pretty sure IV Super Chest should carry to AE2 cells. Yeah. Okay, I think I know what you're saying. These are going to hard carry. Absolutely right. No, but do you remember when I plugged in a wireless connector right here and it broke our network because it connected this subnet to our main net? I think that broke my void miner. Let's go. Barnard? No, Barnard. F. How much you want to bet it shut off my machine here? Yep. Because you didn't have any power, because you get power from P2P. Yeah, okay, there it is. That's scary, though. If I ever, like, break the network, a bunch of machines are going to shut down that I don't even know. At some point, I'm going to have so many of these machines that I'm not going to know what I have. That's not good. Anyways. Just don't do it, bozo. Don't go connecting things you're not supposed to. Wall of nonsense? You know how great this is? This is funny. I love this. Okay, so I want to see if this can keep up with one void miner. It looks like it could easily do that. As long as it can keep up. The other thing I'm concerned about is the fluid. So distilled water. Let me check on distilled water. I haven't really checked if it can support that. Yeah, you're fine. You have a giant output hatch right here, right? Yeah, you're fine. That's why single player issues exist. So yeah, we can cover the distilled water, but the lubricant, I don't know. I haven't upgraded our lubricant setup since like pretty much HV. It looks like we can. It doesn't really consume too much lubricant, right? How much does it consume? Let me see. It says 2 lubricant every ore. That shouldn't be too bad, honestly. Yeah, as long as we have creosote, and we get creosote from this guy over here. Hey, Phoenix. You want to see something funny? Because you weren't here when we started setting it up. We now have a new way of storage. Storing everything that our ore muncher produces. It's a wall of super chests. Each one of these can store 64 million items. You love it. Love to see it. So all I gotta do is check on this stuff here. I guess I'll put these items here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, oh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of items here that I also have to deal with. Hang on 1 second. Let's put these back. And then start clearing these guys out because they're not really useful anymore. Something blew up. Totally okay though. I don't think it was anything. I think it was pretty sure it was just Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft likes to do that. Just blows up every now and then for no reason. Bunch of items here. Slowly but surely start emptying these guys, the old setup. There we go. Hi, Phoenix, by the way. Goodbye. Then we rinse and repeat. We're almost done. We're almost done. Clearing out all of this stuff here. And I can go over here. All right. Start getting these cleared out. I got a question for people here. If you're watching a content creator, how much does it bother you when you can hear mouse and keyboard clicks? Is it part of the immersion to have those running? Or should we just completely mute it out? I've always been curious about that. Me, it kind of depends on the content creator, I think. Sometimes it just actually helps when there is keyboards and mouse clicks, but I don't know. It might be personal preference. Okay, 8 items in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think that's filtered. This is not. Let's do this. Sulfur. Uraninite. Uranium-235. Uranium-238. vanadium, vanadium magnetite, yellow garnet, and yttrium. There we go. And then we just take those out. There you go. I think that's everything that one void miter is producing. But the cool thing is that a lot of them start overlapping each other, right? So I don't think that this is too much of an issue. Yeah, they'll start overlapping each other. Let me check the main storage if we actually have ore that's somehow bleeding into here. I don't think so, honestly. Yeah, I don't think so. There's a ton of like purified ore that I think this is all in the ore muncher over there. I haven't really dealt with that yet, but I don't know what to do with this. It's probably just going to stay there forever, honestly. I have nothing to do with it. And we still have a lot of other machines that are on the old setup, like old void miners. I'm not going to deal with those either. This is still going to stay here until probably forever. I don't really see the need to clear this out, so I won't really worry about it. Let me double check over here again, make sure that this isn't really clogged up with anything. No, it is not. It's good and good. How if I check here, look at all these resources that have already accumulated. 19,000 nickel dioxide mixture dust. That's pretty good. Love to see it. Okay, so what is next for us to do? Oh, I need 3 data sticks. And I had these UV parts that I crafted. I need to research them and start getting to work on the next tier. Because what I also wanted to do was unlock the quest to tell me how to make the mothership. We need to get out there to get the to get Tangum, because if we want I'm aiming for the infinity chest. This is our next major milestone. I'll clear that. Our next major milestone is this guy. One of our issues though is if I look at the quantum chest, it needs UEV conveyor modules. Each one needs Tangum. Tangum is really something you can get and like far away. We need a tier 9 rocket, in other words. And we have to start off with researching some of this stuff. You always want to put the item first. And then I guess you should be on research station mode. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then we'll start making patterns for each of this stuff. Wrong place, right here. This one's going to need a lot of neutronium. And yeah, you're going to have to rename all of these. Let's get this one. This field generator, how much stacks does it have? Oh, we need to deal with a lot more stacks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. This seems to be a lot more work. All right, that guy's ready though. And then the sensor. Here's the data stick. Okay. So we're going to have to add more things to the forming press rename. But you'll see here that it is actually quite clogged. So I think I'm going to make another forming press whose sole purpose is to rename stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. Otherwise, I can probably just put it here because this one doesn't. This one only accepts just one item. So that I might be able to just put it there, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. As long as it's only one stack, then we can put it in this guy. What's up, Phoenix? Uh-oh. Research complete. And then we put the emitter and this guy. Yeah, I'll do that. So this guy's going to have this recipe, and then this one right here, and then this one. I just realized the time difference. It's late night for burning. It is. It's because I was setting this up, and then I just wanted to finish some things before I called it a night. But it is getting pretty late, though. I might close it off a little soon. So I'm going to put all of these patterns in the up to your ass line. This one right here. Because this one is okay with multiple items. This one is not, because you have to rename the items because of the... just due to the fact that each one of these has a block container. I'm also partaking in a little bit of adult beverage. That's why it's a little late for me, but oh well. So the reason why I wanted this stuff was to complete these 2 quests. We want to do this quest and this one, because they unlock this quest over here. Right here. For the mothership rocket. So we'll do that first. So I want one of you. And of course you don't have enough. Oh no. It looks like we're not going to be able to do much tonight. Cosmic neutrons, there's not much I can do to speed this up. Because I did want 3 more of these neutron collectors. But we don't even have enough to make more. And it's probably because of some recipe here. I think the newer circuits are consuming that much. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to do this right now, at least. So over the week, I'm going to let the cosmic neutrons build up and then start making even more neutron collectors. Because right now we have it set up over here. But we only have one being sped up by a ZPM World Accelerator. So I really should upgrade this. But if I want more, then yeah, it's going to take a while. So this is something I'm going to be doing throughout the week. Pretty sure, yeah. Let's take one last look at our ore processor. Oh, there's something in here. PMP. I'm going to leave it there for now. Because this guy's already able to store like 32 million items. So it's going to take a while for that one drive to fill up with a bunch of other stuff. But we'll let this guy generate resources, and then over time, we'll start filtering these guys and getting a big collection of things going. And then slowly we'll start adding our void miners and start putting them onto this network as well, in case we need other resources. Yeah, I think it's a good time for me to call it a night. It's been a while. Let's actually raid someone. Yeah, got plenty of people attending. Appreciate everybody. Let's do that. We'll be streaming... Next week is July 4th, so it's going to be tricky. We'll keep it open for... we'll keep it open. I don't have plans for now, though. Let's filter by tag, GTNH. It's Call Me Breathing Bomb. All right. You rated me yesterday. I'm going to rate you back. Let's do this. All right. Pretty fun stream. Thanks for your time and support. We got pretty good progress going. And over the week, it's like I mentioned yesterday, I'm going to be doing more due diligence, I guess, in actually maintaining the base during the week instead of just disappearing and waiting it, because we're getting to that point in the pack where we can't afford to just play twice a week. We have to maintain the base and check on things right? So I'll be playing a little more often off camera. But most of the major progress will be done on camera, of course, right? Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care. Thanks for your time and support, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.